Gym sessions and sweaty summer activities are back, which means more funky smells in your clothes because sweat leaves behind bacteria that causes those hard-to-remove odors. Clorox fabric sanitizer products are ready to zap the stink out of fabrics in your home by getting rid of 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. Eliminate odors in every load or sanitize fabrics between washes with one of our fabric sanitizer products. Search fabric sanitizer at Clorox.com to learn more. When it counts, trust Clorox. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Pete. I'm an IT manager / superhero.
Pete, bad news.
What happened?
I put a very expensive latte on top of my car, drove off, and it spilled. It's bad.
How's that my problem?
Oh, my laptop was up there too.
Okay, that's why we use connection services to manage our cloud. Everything's backed up. I can access your stuff remotely. You won't miss a meeting.
I really wanted that latte, Pete.
For hardware, software, support, and empathy. For Pete's sake, connect with Connection.
Glad to see everyone on today's call. A marvelous Monday. Hope you are having. All right. If you are staff, need you come on, turn on your cameras. Come on and do that.
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
Good morning. Oh, she looks pretty.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 8 a.m. Good morning. Good morning. If this is your first time joining us, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this morning for the ATS Daily Morning Meeting. If this is your first time joining us, this is a meeting where Antonio comes in and he says, okay, this is what we're going to do today. This needs to be taken care of. Why isn't that finished yet? But he also tells us and breaks down to us the importance of certain things that we do. So as you're listening, if you hear something that you can take back to your business to help your business become even more prosperous than it already is, because we do make prosperous clients more prosperous, take it, steal it, use it, borrow it, whatever you need to do to build your company. Ladies and gentlemen, I now pass this over to the visionary, the founder, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the one that has taken us all out of poverty, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
All right, thank y'all so much. Got a lot to discuss, and I'm going to do some teaching too, and we'll see who has their cameras on and who does not. That being said, let's see. First things first, we have, let's list who would be new here. We got Abby, right? Mm-hmm. And then there will be Damali. Mm-hmm. And then there would be Ashley. Mm-hmm. And then there would be who? Tyranny. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't want no more delays. Happens now. You understand? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Y'all probably on it. I don't know. But I don't care because it's in my meeting notes. Full speed ahead, full speed ahead, full speed ahead. All right. That being said, if you're going to exchange yourself, there is a standard. ATS, Grace, tell them who I am, please. Just tell them about my standard.
His standard is top shelf, top of the line, nothing less than top of the line, top shelf, top standard, just the tippity top. That's pretty much it. You know, you see how you can't see my hand? That's the standard. That's the standard.
I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all asked, okay? You asked. While Grace, Monica, way up there actually. While Grace, Monica, Deanna, Phil, Susan make this look very easy, I am both very easy to work with and not easy to work with at the same time. Okay? At the same time. One, I don't micromanage. I don't. Here's the real problem. I can't relate to second place. I can't. I have no, I left out Jerry. And Jerry, Phil, Susan, I have no I don't know what to tell you. I have no pretty words here. Second place bothers the hell out of me. I'm just telling you, I don't know how to reconcile it. I can't, and I'm not talking about competition. I'm not talking about finishing second. We'll take a good example here. The Kansas City Chiefs lost yesterday. While I would be upset, should I be a Chiefs player, I would not be upset because I would walk off the field knowing I didn't lose. I gave everything I had. I died on the whole field. I am absolutely dead. I died on the whole field. I'm going to figure out next year how to die better. But on this day, I have died to the ultimate capacity of what I could possibly do. And I'd walk off with my head high because I don't know no other drives. Okay. I'm trying to, if you think these is words, try me. I don't know how to be second. And that's what I mean by that. So what does that mean? That means if you're going to fool around and be, what do we call it, ATS staff, and I got to keep telling you the same stuff, like cut your camera on, you ain't going to make it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right here, you just ain't going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're not, am I making myself clear? Okay. I know you would think I'm being mean, and that's okay. Don't bother me. I know you ain't ready to cut your camera on, and that's okay. Don't bother me either. But you have to get up 15 minutes earlier, or 30 minutes, whatever the hell you got to do to make it work, it needs to work. Or I can't, or I won't do for you what you desire to do. I don't just look for the best people. That's not strong enough. In fact, I told Grace and Deanna this. Do y'all remember the astronomical thing? Like last week, I was getting on them, and I was anticipating the field they were going to say, well, we did our best. Do y'all remember what I said? I said, I don't want your best. What did I say?
I want legendary.
And that's who I am. I don't want your best. I want legendary every day. Good morning.
Did you say every day?
Every day I want legendary.
Antonio.
Every day. Every day. Tyrell just sent me in the private message some Army stuff. If you ain't 15 minutes early, you're late. Remember that? Listen, I'm going to tell you, people who are late, I'm going to tell you what it really is. I'm never late. I'm always in meetings, phone calls. I'm never late. You know why? Because it's a heart issue. When you are not on time, you have just decided that the other person is not as valuable as you. And these people rarely make it to the top 1 or 2%. Oh man. But Jerome, won't you write me a poem? I don't want your best, I want legendary. Could you do that for me? Because I know you got it in you.
I got you. All right.
Thank you, sir. Listen, huh? Grace answered it? Okay. I'm telling y'all, you're not going to make it here giving your best. Here's what I'll do. Let me tell you my leadership style. I lead with far more grace than truth. That means you could mess up and cost me $50,000. I won't say a word. I won't. And let me not say it for myself. Could y'all please? Could you please?
He won't.
No, he won't.
Won't say a single word. I'll stand by all your mistakes. Under one condition, Steve. As long as you're going full speed ahead. If you're going full speed ahead, I can deal with every mistake you got. Every last one of them. Every one of them. Because it's easy. I've said this, but it's been years since I said it. I'll say it here on this platform today, since many of you are new. Write this down, Grace, because everybody needs to put this in their spirit. It is easier to educate a doer than it is to activate a thinker. That is 100% fact. It is easier to educate a doer than it is to activate a thinker. I'm telling you, I am absolutely telling you. I don't care what mistake. And listen, I promote Shaker right now is promoted too fast. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware. Is he on here right now? I am fully aware I promoted Shaker too fast. Shaker then told me, he said it on the 7 o'clock meeting this week. He said it encrypted. I'm gonna tell you what happened. The second week, Shaker said, Antonio, I can't, in his wonderful empathetic accent, I can't do it. I'm not ready yet. I need more learning, and I don't know how to get people to the call. I listened to him, and I said, good, keep going. That's all I said. That's it. That's it. All I said was good, keep going. And then he said, well, maybe, he had this well-to-do argument of why we should wait until we have 13 to 20 people and then do the call. This was my exact words. And well, you was on that call, wasn't you? It was at Deanna. This is my exact words. I said, always move before you're ready. And you can count on Phil and Susan to be there. Swear to God, I said that. I swear to God. Right hand of God, that's what I said. Real talk. It's what I said. So you ain't got to worry about that. There's a lot packed up in that. First off, Phil and Susan had nothing to do with that conversation. But the mere fact that without their knowledge, I knew I was saying something true tells you that they embody what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Number two, y'all let logic make y'all quit. No, I don't want your logic. I don't want your best. I want legendary. Is it all that reinforces?
I want to come on. Gotta say something. You need
go
my
ahead.
camera. Is that what it is? You need
go
my
ahead.
camera.
Yeah, come on. Give it to me. Well, I'm talking more to staff, but you all right though. You go give it to me. Let me see that blonde hair.
Wait, I wanted to say, yeah, I know you're talking to your staff, but see, I'm actually trying to understand how to talk to my staff because my labor force is not really doing what I need my labor force to do. So now I have a question. Because you said something about being legendary. Now I like
always.
I like it, but then somebody might tell me I'm pushing too hard. Now, I just heard all that you said.
Indeed.
What happens when, so like my problem with the ATS right now, well, I don't have a problem with the ATS. I'm just uncomfortable with saying that I want to post it. So now I realized, like what Reggie said, I'm just going to post on everything. It doesn't even matter because of the fact that I realized that I've been slow rolling because of the fact that I'm not comfortable. Now I want to ask about the comfortability in like just what Shaker said.
Yep.
Do you push them off the cliff for real?
I will push you off the cliff until you bust your head wide open. I sure will. Yeah. I will. Okay. I will push you off the cliff. But hold on. That's at the end of your question. You understand what I'm saying? You said some stuff earlier that I absolutely noticed. I'm getting on Monica, Deanna, and Grace. Because all three of them are in the right seat on the right bus.
Okay.
I don't know if Ashley, Damali, and Abby and Tyranny on the right seat on the right bus. I know they got to start somewhere. So until I have them on the right seat, then I have no right to expect them to be the greatest expression of themselves.
I got you.
You understand what I'm saying?
So it's
However,
more me right now getting it so that it's there, and then
right.
I
And
can.
if you don't, if you scared to post, get somebody else to do it for you. Like here, I recorded it, I uploaded it, I put it in draft. Now you go hit publish, right? Like
that's what I've been
your
doing.
problem
So
is
I'm glad that you did.
all right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. None of that. You actually fantastic question. Like real talk. Like, I want y'all to understand something. It's Monica's is the problem. Grace is the problem. Deanna's, and now Reggie is the. I got a Reggie yesterday. Reggie called excited. I said, listen, and as soon as I walked in here, I said, dang, what I said, Grace, is that, tell him what I said, Grace.
When he walked in, one of the machines that he bought was not out and set it to start working. It was in a bag, and he said, no, that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said. Dude.
How you got a packed up workstation? That don't make no sense. Workstation is unpacked, ready to go. At the end of the night, you clean it, you pack everything up, you clean it. Then what do? Night shift, unpack it all the way back up for the morning shift to go right to work. Yeah, this is some common sense stuff. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, Abby, Tyranny, Damali, Ashley, I can't say nothing to them, but I damn sure can say something to Monica, Deanna, and Grace. You understand? Because they're on the right seat. Listen to my exact words. Activated. No one else. Activated. Now, they're more than likely not going to be in the right place. You got no choice. You got to start somewhere. So what is Ashley's responsibility? I need 100%. I can't move you, Abby, until you go on 100%. And then I know you don't like that place. Then I can move you to another place. But if you're going 35% and you're in the wrong seat, I'm never going to be able to know. I'm never going to know. I can't move you until you're going hard. And as soon as I know you don't like it, I'll move you to where you're supposed to be. Adrian, there is a powerful answer of integrity there to your question. If you're going to push people, they need to be in the right seat first. You understand? Because if you need to be motivated, you're in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Antonio?
If I got to motivate you, you're in the wrong spot. Yes, sir.
Can I make a comment, sir?
Please.
The company that I haven't worked for about a year, I worked for them for 18 years. And when the owner of the company hired me to work in an engineering company with lead, mold, and asbestos, I said to him, are you sure you want to hire me? Because I don't know nothing about mold. I don't know anything about lead, and I don't know anything about asbestos. He said, Jerome, we can teach you about lead, mold, and asbestos. He said, but everybody can't teach. He said, I said, well, I can do that. He said, that's why we bring you on board. Interestingly enough, when I came on board, just like you as a CEO, he wanted to see where I was at. So he calls me into his office and he said, hey, Jerome. I said, yeah, Patrick. He says, got a project I want you to do for me. I said, okay. I got my notebook out and I start taking notes. I want this. I want this. I want this and these. And he didn't give me a kind of like, it's got to be done by tomorrow. But it was like, hey, we need to get this done. So when I thought he was done, I said, okay, Patrick, I got you. And I left. Went back to my office and I proceeded to work on the project he gave me. Got it done that first week. Got it done the second week. Got to the third week, got stuck like Chuck. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Went to the left, went to the right, up, back. Couldn't get there, couldn't make it happen. I'm frustrated. So I go back to his office, I knock on his door. I said, Patrick, can I speak to you? Sure, Jerome. I said, you asked me to do this project for you a couple of weeks ago, right? He said, sure I did. I said, well, I went back to my office. I said, I got this done the first week. I got this done the second week. But then when I got to the third thing, I said, no matter what I did, I just couldn't get it. He starts laughing. I said, Patrick, this is not funny. I'm trying to get this project done for you. He's still laughing.
I would have did you the same way.
So I'm sitting there going, excuse me, sir, what's going on here? He said, well, Jerome, when you were in the office and I was giving you all the information, he says, I hadn't finished giving you all the information, but being you were so confident in everything and you left, I figured, well, he got it. So I let you go. The beauty of the entire situation, the beauty was, I knew I was stuck. I didn't come back with excuses. I told him what I did. He recognized I didn't have all the information, but he didn't try to browbeat me. He didn't try to shove it down my throat. He says, hey, if this guy has a better idea about him, I'm gonna let him go with it. But when I didn't come back with excuses. I didn't come back and complain. I came back and says, I'm stuck. He gave me the rest of the information, and within a week's time, everything was done, and it was done well. And we both laughed about it. But what that did for me and him was, number one, it told me he had enough faith in me to run without all the information to see what I could do. And then when I came back to him, instead of like, I'm not this, I'm not that, he gave me the rest of the information and got the job done. So we both benefited from that exercise. He let me go. I ran hard, ran into a problem, but came back and said, I'm stuck. I came back and said, I can't complete it. And I don't know why I can't complete it, but I want you to know, and not making excuses, and he said, you didn't have all the information. And I said, wow, he trusted me without all the information that he wanted to give me to let me go and try and fall on my face. And that made, so, and I was with the guy for 18 years. Only reason I'm not working for him now is because of COVID. So I just wanted to share that.
No, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good. If this is your first time, appreciate you. If this is your first time here, you get to see a multi-million-dollar company behind the scenes and how to run your company, okay? And you can take stuff and then take it back to your company, et cetera. And I ain't even done yet. This is just the first thing. So it is a staff meeting, but how often do you get to go behind Apple and watch their meetings so you can go and apply to your own company? Go ahead, Susan, and then I'm going to get Samuel to read a poem right after he wants to read a poem, and then I'll pick up.
Well, getting the right person on the bus and the right seat on the bus, that's really what you want to try to accomplish. And sometimes it's moving people around on the bus till they find the right seat or you recognize the right seat for them. I remember once my assistant, she was really good, hadn't been there that long, but her husband was transferred and they moved. And I needed to find someone else. And I hired somebody from our club, athletic club that we were a member of. And he was so personal. Everybody loved him and just so outgoing and all that. And I was talking to him about it and he said he would like to apply. So I hired him, but he didn't have the skills. He was into fitness and bodybuilding, and that was always on his mind, top of mind, and, eating the protein at this time and making sure to go. And he didn't have the skills. I didn't mind that part, but he didn't have the skills. So I had to let him go. But before I did that, I made sure that he could get because he wasn't long, it only took a couple of weeks, that he could get his old job before I let him go. And to this day, he still loves humor consultants. We're still friends. He's still doing what he did before and has had a happy life. And then I hired someone who, they go above and beyond. You don't have to think about it. They take it 2 or 3 steps further. And that's what you're looking for. Someone that you don't have to manage, that comes up with new ideas and things like that. So that was a lesson for me in the hiring process.
And that's a great lesson too. And notice he didn't need to be motivated to take protein, right? And eat the banana and all that stuff. That was the right seat for him, right? It was the right seat. Right seat. Let me just say this before I get Sam. If you're gonna get, let's say that's four new people, right? That's 400%. So as a leader, you need to be figuring out how can you increase your production, whatever it is that you're doing, by 400%. It's just math. Now, it won't be company-wide 400%. It'll be compartmentalized in different areas, but I need to see 400% more. If I don't, it tells me quite a few things. It tells me there's pushback somewhere, no doubt. Whenever a leader gives something and that something does not happen, there's pushback. Y'all hear me very well. Whenever a leader gives something and that something doesn't happen, there's pushback. And should you be running $1 million organization, you got to get rid of pushback as fast as possible.
Explain pushback, Antonio.
It's resistance. I got you. It's resistance of any kind. Somebody didn't move. Somebody didn't think it should be that way, so they decided to do it a different way, or they decided not to move, or they didn't feel like it, or they're not organized, and their disorganization is pushing back. It could be so many different things. But whenever there is pushback, pushback must be eradicated immediately. Now, opposing viewpoints. We're not talking about idea pushback. You understand what I'm saying? This is assuming that all, and Ashley, I'm coming to you after what's her name? Samuel, because there's something I need to teach you. This is assuming that all ideas have been pushed back on purpose to get the best idea, right? And once that has happened and it's time to execute. So we're talking about pushback and execution. Once it's time to execute and the execution is not happening, then that's pushback. And let me tell you something. You will lose your business if you got one person pushing back at you. You'll lose the whole thing. Yeah, this is advanced leadership or whatever. I don't know what they call this in college, but I'm giving it to you right now. Okay, I'm giving it to you right now. All right, come on, Sammy. You want to read a poem concerning this energy.
All right, so this was for my Making Moves Monday. I said, on this Making Moves Monday, let's move, groove, and prove who you are in the earth. You had it since birth. So let's put away the play. Let's create a legacy that will stay and help others birth their purpose that resides in us and be a plus, because it's a must or you will rust if we let it lay and stay. So let's pray and slay so we can go up, up and away to a place of joy where we employ others to get on the convoy of life without strife, but of peace, love, joy, and peace, love, and joy.
Love it. Thank you so much, Sammy. Thank you so much.
All right, now drop the mic and step out he just dropped the mic, step out the way.
That's it.
Move out the camera and everything. I mean, geez, bruh. Good job. You broke that?
Good stuff. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, whenever I would bring somebody new onto the team, I would sit them down. I'd say, now I want your creativity. I want your ideas. I want how you can help us make this better. I really do. But I don't want it for the first 30 days.
I know that's right.
For the first 30 days, when I say jump, on the way up, I want you to ask me how high. So for 30 days, I want you to do everything we tell us to do without question. Then I want you to take notes on ideas on how we can improve it, how we might do it different, how we can make it better. And then let's set the appointment now. What's today? Monday, the 8th. Okay, next month, let's set an appointment where then I'll sit down with you and I'll listen to all your good ideas. But for 30 days, I want you to do exactly what we say as we say it and then some.
That's a perfect transition, Phil, because I'm coming to Ashley, who just gave that same thing this morning, right? So I read your email. Here's all of y'all problems, okay? Or I would say 98% of your problems. Y'all know too much. I had to teach this in the Bureau of Dominant Speakers very early. There's more than one way to give a keynote. Everybody wants, if Les Brown's your favorite, you want every keynoter to sound like Les Brown, or they didn't do a good job, right? I need you to get that Winston Churchill is one of the greatest keynoters of all time. His keynotes were so fantastic, it saved Western civilization. If nobody agrees with me, Steve should. Seriously. I think that's you. Oh, that's so much. See if your mic on mute. Winston Churchill was quite boring. And you didn't listen to him to get riled up unless you were saving the world. I'm serious. Like, there are people, he's got so many quotables that even Phil can't remember them all. And he's full of quotes. I can't do it. I don't have quotes in my head like that. But Phil has them all in his head. Even Phil can't. Winston Churchill is amazing. The best way that y'all are going to benefit new people, everybody, stop what you know. Stop. It's not going to work out for you. Why? If you knew, let me say it this way. I once had take care of that for me, Grace. I once had okay, this is going to be too much. I once had a young preacher, just ready, just ready. And let me tell you something, sugar. He can bring down the house too. Oh yeah, he can bring down the house. He can bring the whole house down. Oh, he was good. And every week, the sugars will come up to him. Ooh, you so did. Oh yeah. Ooh, when you gonna get your church? All that stuff, right? No problem, because in the story, this young man is not pastoring to this day. Do you understand? Because preaching ain't got nothing to do with leadership.
God bless.
I wish I had somebody right there. I didn't say he did not get a church. I'm implying he did not keep one. Oh, they ran him out of there in less than a year. Why? It's simple. While he was with all the gifts, with all the anointing, his problem was he was a filled cup. You can't fill a filled cup. Didn't study. Why? Because he's been in church his whole life. Had all these sermons in his head and would just twist them all around. Didn't practice. Why? Because he had the gift, Jerry. Had the gift. Oh yeah. Then he can sing too. Had that too. All that. All the tools. all the tools don't have nothing to do with putting skill on top of your talent and having discipline. And the only way that you put skill on top of a talent is you don't got to know nothing. Folk who know stuff can't add a new skill. Ralph, and I'm busting to my field now. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, okay, so we got to quote, that all disciplines can be learned. Takes no talent. If it's a discipline, it can be learned. But how can one learn something when you go into the situation not trying to learn something? Ashley, did you learn something? Aha, aha, aha. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all learn something. This is vital. Make sure of it. Because, flip it. What if at any point I treated you talking like you treat everything else? You want me to hear you or critique you? Oh, I said something. Gosh darn it. Phooey, I burnt the darn muffins. I said something there, okay? Do you want me to hear you or critique you? Somebody privately asked me, I think it was private, which one of y'all asked me about constructive criticism and what I said? Who was that?
Oh, that was
me.
that
one of y'all? That was Chris. Come on, Chris. Tell him what you asked me, because he asked me this privately. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, no, I was asking, like, what do you think about constructive criticism? Because people always, like, let's say you throw your idea, vision, whatever, and they be like, well, that sounds good, but maybe this, or you could, but they don't really, well, I was leave like that, but yeah, that's what I basically was on.
Yep. I read you, Sade. She sent me a message. I got you. No, Chris asked about that. Let me tell you, this is my extremely strong opinion. I don't have too many strong opinions, but when I do, they strong. You understand? They strong. They're absolutely strong. Constructive criticism is garbage. Until you have had a relationship, Susan just earned the right to give Phil constructive criticism yesterday. Like, you got to be with somebody that long just to be able to criticize them. I'm serious, because anything else is not constructive criticism. It is your viewpoint and your opinion pushed on someone masquerading as helping them. That's all it is. It's your opinion, your view. It is you saying, well, I wish you would grow this way. And you're masquerading it as constructive. Constructive criticism is garbage. It's garbage. Abby don't need me to criticize her. Abby need me to hear her. And then guide.
Another question.
I got you. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So constructive criticism, it's funny how you say that there is no constructive criticism. And my whole life has been constructive criticism. Like, people constructively criticize you. But now
before you finish, before you finish, did Jesus constructively criticize you?
No. And that,
okay,
no.
You can keep going now. You keep going.
That's my new thing. I got that in 2020. You know, that's my newfound thing, because you wouldn't have been able to tell me that it was not a constructive criticism coming from the above because of the way that it was handled. But if it is not, how do you then, it's not so much a critique, but how do you help if it's not, if it's not right help. In a constructive way?
You don't help. Mm. Let me bless you. Let me. I'm glad you asked, and it finishes the point. Y'all stop helping people. Let's go back to Abby. I was bringing this Abby up as the heretical, not heretical. What's the word? Heretical is bad. Hypothetical. There we go. Hypothetical, not heretical. Heretical is bad. That's outside the standard of something. Hypothetical example. Abby comes to me. Ashley comes to me. They need to be heard. Now, if they're wrong, how do I fix them? I don't fix them because they don't need to be fixed. This is finishing the point. Abby and Ashley are perfect as is. They don't need to be fixed. And I can't guide them. My job is to show them the light. And from there, they will make their own decision. Now, from an organizational perspective, I need to make sure their decision doesn't kill the organization. But it is not my job to fix Ashley. First off, her mama can't do that. She tried. You still did what she told you not to do. And that's for all y'all. No, real talk. All y'all were fixed. And you use religion as a fix. No. When Steve says this, when Jerry says this, it's my job to hear Jerry. Now, what if Jerry is just wrong? Feel it do it all the time. See it do it all the time. Interesting. Have you considered this? That's a great outlook, Jerry. Tell me where you get that from. And now I just got to get him to think about the assumption that once you make someone think about their assumption, it can't hold itself together no more. All right, so let's wrap this point up very, very concisely here. Constructive criticism is garbage. If you are religious, you were never corrected to your religion. You were loved. Somebody gave you grace. And then you said, tell me more about this religion. If you were born into your religion like Grace, you didn't even take it seriously until you were 30-something and needed grace. Nobody is corrected to transformation. We are all loved to transformation. And to think anything else is garbage. Now, that last part, that was fact. My strong opinion is constructive criticism is garbage. Nobody is corrected to transformation. We're all loved to transformation. Here's this, I'm going to give you a practical example of this. Abby is, I think she said, she had a birthday, she said her age. What's your age, Abby? I think you said 35. I might be wrong.
34.
Yeah. Abby, I like seed harvest talk. If y'all don't know why, I like that talk because it takes all my opinion out of it. It takes all my religion out of it, my politics out of it. If it's a banana tree, it came from a banana seed. Everybody understand what I'm saying? I want all of you to understand that Abby is a tree. How the hell I'm going to bend a 34-year-old tree? Come on now. Y'all see when trees first come out the ground, they put the little wood on the side, on both sides, right? The tree's here, they put the wood on the side because they're bending it. But once that tree gets 3, 4, 5 years old, ain't nothing you can do. I can't run up on Ashley and bend her, or Abby and bend. She's 34. How you gonna bend it? You don't believe me? Run on outside and go bend a 34-year-old tree. Go ahead. See if it works. It's not gonna work. And all of you are trees perfectly planted. I can't.
Are paper invoices and payments dragging you back to the office? Automate with AvidXchange and enjoy 100% digital accounts payable. With 24/7 access and secure e-payment options, you can easily review, approve, and pay your bills anytime, anywhere, from any device. So say goodbye to all that paperwork and hello to the ease and flexibility of automated accounts payable. Learn more at avidexchange.com. That's avidexchange.com.
Michael Lewis's new audiobook, The Premonition, will keep you on the edge of your seat with the story of the scientists and healthcare workers who saw the coming danger of COVID-19. It's only from Audible, where you can access the latest bestsellers, along with a selection of included podcasts, originals, and audiobooks that come with membership. Start a free 30-day trial today at audible.com.
Bend the tree. If I show the tree the light, and something is in front of the tree, you will, you know what? I won't even make that hypothetical. Let's play a game. The game is called, let's Google, trees bending to the light. Never Googled this in my life. Images. Look. The tree will always find the light. No matter what's in front of a tree, no matter how it is endangered, trees will always grow tall to the light, bend to the side to the light. Trees will always bend to the light. Thus is you. If I show you the light, you'll bend. It's not my job, Ashley, to plant a seed in you and then say, now damn it, grow it right now. That's constructive criticism. I gotta be helping somebody today. Somebody at least got it. One person at least.
Oh, you helping me.
Okay. If I just one somebody.
I hear you.
I'm constructive criticism is saying, Tyrell, here's a seed. Why are you not growing it? What's wrong? You should do it this way so it can hurry up and grow. No, my job is to plant in the Molly. After that, it will grow when she is fertile soil. There's 2 points now, and they're both human resources points. I have come on this Monday morning to attack human resources head on. Human resources and communication. If you are running a business, every now and then, you got to attack human resources and communication. Is Ashley wrong? No. Is Damali wrong? No. How can they be? They just got here. If anything wrong, they just got here. It means it's our fault. I'll tell you a story. Was doing a Juneteenth something. Doesn't matter. And I don't know if y'all know what Juneteenth. Well, Donald Trump just found out about it like 2 years ago. But, okay. But for the rest of us Southern folk, okay, Juneteenth been all my life. You understand? It's June 19th, and it is the day that melanated people celebrate freedom because there was no internet. In February, I forget what year the Emancipation Proclamation happened, but it was a few years later in June before the message was spread down to, well, I won't say down to the South because it was for the South, 1863. All right, there you go. Now, so we were doing a Juneteenth festival. That's all I'm gonna say because whatever. So we had to go into where the Juneteenth people of the city decided, which is always politics, Jerry. So let me lean back and put my weight on it. Now, I'm 39. At the time, I was 33 or something like that. 33. The old men, y'all know who they are. You know who they are, Jerome. They've been over the Juneteenth stuff for 20 years. Here I come in doing the festival and all that stuff. Man got up. I'm going to teach y'all something very important. Didn't like what I was doing. Turned his pool pit into a bully pool pit. Wasn't a real pool pit, but you get the point. 20 minutes went in. How young folk don't know how it works. And how young folk need to learn from the older generation. We hear this all the time. Don't worry about it. I'm coming back to that. How us young folk, and now it's just me. No, I'm the newcomer. Yeah. All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm the newcomer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm the newcomer. How us young folk need to get it together. Us young folk need to do this here. I let them talk. Now, since I've got some training, and since I've read Machiavelli, I don't know if y'all, anyway, I know when to be a fox. I know when to be a lion. Okay? Now, I have this sneaky ability about me, Ashley. I typically walk around with my sword sheath. It's always in there. But this was the perfect time to unsheath my sword. So I pull out my little invisible sword. Now it's got to be off with his head. But how do you go off with his head without looking like you're combative? So they gave me 5 minutes to talk. I gave them back 4 minutes. And said, well, I believe everything you said is accurate as you have said it. Here's the problem. The Juneteenth parade and festivals, the community doesn't show up because they suck. And as you said, I'm young. I just got here. So then the last 20 years are your fault. I lend the floor and I sat down. Obviously, we got the opportunity to do what we was going to do, and we did it for 2 years. The point is, I can't blame Abby, Vanessa, Damali, Tyranny, Abby. They just got here. Can't blame Monica. She just got here. But Deanna and Grace, they can get all the blame I want. Antonio get all the blame. Why? Because we the old folk. And if anything wrong, it's on us. Let that be a leadership lesson to y'all. Stop blaming folk for a vision you set. I'm not done yet. I'm done with the human resources part of the meeting now. Took me 50 minutes, but we was gonna go ahead and get it done. Now, I gave Deanna asked me something very wise. I made a mistake. I used to do something for Deanna, and so I guess this would be more. Let's see, where would this fall at? I would place this under human resources. Infrastructure communication is where I would place this under. Infrastructure and communication. I used to do something for Deanna, and then you just do something and just kind of fade away. You don't think about it. You don't do it one day, and you don't do it the second day, and after the third day, you say I'm gonna do it next week, and then 21 days later, it never existed. Like it's something you've never done before, right? Until you get reminded. Okay, Deanna, what did you ask me to do last night?
I asked you to send me a to-do list.
And tell them why. Don't give them the Disney Channel version.
Because as COO, I need to know what the hell you need me to have done on a daily basis so I know how to incorporate what I have in my head to do and what you have in your head that I need to do, because I don't want to get my damn head chopped off.
No, that's good. You gave us the Showtime Cinemax late at night version. That's what you gave us. All right. Now,
I second that emotion.
I know that's right. I taught Deanna sometime a year and a half ago how to get me out her way. Because you got to remember, I'm an active CEO. Therefore, I be stepping on COO toes. So one day I pulled it to the side. I think only Susan got that. As an active CEO, I am always in Deanna's way. So if you think she run this company, and which she do, you need to know she also politically works her way around me too, which is even more of her light and glory. Okay, right? It just this tells you how wise she actually is, because I'm always in the way. And how do you tell the CEO to get out the way? You know. You understand what I'm saying? So I told her, this is how you get me out your way. It's communication, right? I just told her. And I start telling her to do stuff, and I want these things done, and I'm out your way. Well, she came back last night and said, well, I want a to-do list because I work better that way. I read between the lines, Susan, and understood you get on my nerves less that way is what I understood. Go ahead, Grace.
Sir, whatever you're doing in this season with Deanna, don't do it without me. I'm gonna need that to-do list myself.
You need a to-do list too. All right. Look at Phil Book. God is my CEO. All right. Yeah. Definitely got to get that book, y'all. See, I know how to work with them, but it's not always clear how to work with me.
I can see that.
Okay. Because I'm everywhere, and then I'm quiet. I talk here. Once this camera cuts off, I don't really have many words to say. Just text me and see how long that response is going to be. I'm just very short, all over the place. It's not rude. My brain works so fast that I have little things to say because my brain is doing the rest of the work. Okay, that really truly is what it is. It really is what it is. If you can just realize I'm short with words, and the more powerful I get, the shorter I become with words. I was explaining this to Deanna last night. Who were we watching? Tom Brady. Didn't necessarily watch the game, but I watched the aftermath, the post game
highlights.
My man, I told you. Listen, I'm telling you, it was a lesson. I wish he was here so he could teach this class right now. It ain't even class, but it turned to a class. Mr. Brady asked him 3 times. 2 times Tom Brady ignored it. Which one of these is this? Where does this rank as your best champ? Where does it rank as your most important championship? Tom Brady didn't say that. Where does this rank as your most important championship? Didn't say that. And as soon as he responded, listen, I don't want to do all that. I love these guys, and this is real special. And this is special for them. I need y'all to understand what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady understands that his platform is so tough, so powerful. Had he ranked it, not only would people misquoted him and added commentary to what he said, then he would have made a lot of people money that ain't working for him. And their job is to work against him to make money. So I've been teaching Deanna here, Shanae, for how long I've been teaching you to watch what you say and what you.
You actually, since a little after you promoted me to COO, you started dropping the seeds. You started planting the seeds.
Because I understand when you promote people from within, you also promote them around their friends. And now you're in charge of your friends. That's a slippery slope there. You understand? It really is. It's almost better to get promoted and then leave the whole company. It just gets some experience. I promise you that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. Now, how do I say, oh, Grace, Deanna, y'all equals? Now, no, boom. Grace, listen to Deanna. That's a tough spot. It's a tough spot to be in. So I was telling her, you got to watch what you say. You have to give more grace in what you got to do, and you can't BS. You can't do all that, and you got to mean what you say. So not only am I short, Ashley, then I've mastered pause. I will make the pause so long that it's uncomfortable. No, seriously, you'll sit there, you'll be like, Antonio, and you'll say something, and then I'll get quiet. And I'm just going through all the thoughts that I have to get to the best possible answer for you. I did to Ashley yesterday. Ashley asked me, what book you want me to read? I was impressed by the question. I said, look at her. She done fooled around and then caught some coaching and learned something. Because I don't know if y'all know Ashley. Ashley is a quick decision maker, alpha woman, and she'll just go. They ain't ask nobody for nothing. And I picked that up early. And I don't bother. So now, without me, I've never corrected Ashley. Without me saying something, she said, okay, I'll be quiet now. You go. She did. Where did you get that from? Did I tell you that? It must be from her husband. Because I ain't said a word. I ain't said a single word.
No,
where you get that from?
People that love me the most said that. My husband and my mom, they said that I have very good wisdom, but if I listen more, I'll be even greater. And you told me the same.
Big facts. Big facts. Took me. You're doing a good job. Took me 10 hours to give her a book. I'm sure she thought I forgot about it. My only response was pure Antonio. What you think? She said, "Give me a book," and I was like, "Well, that depends. What do you want me to do? Are you hurting with something?" That's what I said, right? And then she gave an explanation. Now, what do you think my response was? How long do you think my response was, Grace? How many words would you say my response was?
Whatever the name of the book was.
Okay. I didn't have a book yet. My only response was thinking. That's all I said. Thinking. Y'all, this is who I am. This is who I am. Thinking. And I was. So I had to go all the way back in my head for who she is, what she's going through, and then what I'm about to put her through. And then I came up with a book, and I said, no, that book is great, but that book is great for me. Great for her to read for my benefit. So I said, it has to be a book where I can do two birds at once, or one stone. It's got to be a book that will bless her here, but also bless her private business as well at the same time. Some transferable skill set. And that's where it took me 10 hours before. Because it took me 10 hours not to be selfish. I'm trying to teach y'all something. That was I text her so late, I didn't even text her. What did I send your book at, Ashley? Because I knew it was late.
Facebook, but that's when I'm up. I'm up when y'all sleep. That's why I don't turn my camera on in the morning, by the way, because my son has a crazy schedule. But you told me I'll explain myself. Yes, I'm always up. That's the answer.
There you go. She was talking to me, and I was like, "You do a good job. Just don't explain yourself. You say what you said. It's all right. You say what you said. Don't explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? I can handle what you said. You ain't got to explain why you said it. I receive it. But, nah, I get it. If you're on the toilet, Abby, don't cut your camera on. You feel what I'm saying? But what am I attempting to do here? If all of us have our cameras on, what does that do when Melissa brings in the one person she wanted to come? And now everybody's excited and all these cameras on. And they got the option to turn on and off, but it just enhances the environment. So Melissa could be right about what she said about us. Everything I say has a purpose. It has a purpose. It really does. It has an absolute purpose. I turn my camera on and eat if I got to, but I still have it on. Go ahead, Phil.
Let me give you Ashley's, if I may, roles. Number one, she's a teacher. Teachers are thrilled by the potential they see in each person. Their power comes from learning how to unleash it. She's a connector. Connectors are catalysts. Their power lies in their craving to put two things together to make something bigger than it is right now. Her third role is a provider. Providers sense other people's feelings and they feel compelled to recognize these feelings and give them a voice and act on them. And number 4, she's a creator. Creators make sense of the world, pulling it apart, seeing better configurations and creating it.
Can I respond to Phil, if you don't mind?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let her bring you up and not let you respond.
I love Phil. Phil, thank you so much. And my husband and I really appreciate you almost made me cry just now. That's why listening is so important. But and understanding someone is so important. And I hear you, Antonio. But what the training, the actual test did for me and my husband, me and my husband are like, but that test took us to like a whole nother level of understanding about each other as an individual, so we can respect that, and also opened a lot of doors of things that where we're great, but we could be greater. So I sincerely appreciate that, Phil. We have actually sent it since to like almost everyone we know. My assistant, anyone that's connected to me, I need them to do that test. It's extremely important. So whoever have not done that test and they want to truly work on themselves, I love, contrary to popular belief, I like whoopings.
You do. She does.
Well, that's probably why you, yeah, I like the word assessment rather than test. I like to call it an assessment because a lot of people don't like to take tests, and I'm one of them. You know, unless they're graded on a curve, then I'll be interested. But you know, I used to. I've said this before. The teachers would always say, "Sorrentino, why are you always absent when we have tests?" And I say, the answer is in your question. So I like to call it an assessment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Phil, before you go, she said a lot there, and I believe you should respond. It saved her. I don't want to say saved. It enhanced her marriage, the communication within, and then she is now evangelizing to people closer to her or people she want to work with about the assessment in itself. So if you want to respond back to that and the importance of taking an assessment like that, or just the mere fact that she didn't expect it to enhance her marriage, but it did, you're more than welcome to, because that's a big deal.
Well, think about what she did. It actually, she modeled what she was. She was a teacher. So she went to her significant other, had them do it. She gave it to her assistant. And number 2, she was a connector. So she's bringing people together. She's connecting people. Number 3, she's a provider. She's providing ideas and feelings to make people feel good. And number 4, she's a creator. She's creating something that wasn't there based on her sharing this tool. So by doing what she did, she really manifested her 4 roles right then and there.
With a really good point. You see why you don't talk to me after I take the assessment test? The assessment test, redundant. The assessment, you talk to Phil because he could do that. That's not something I would have been able to do. That's not something I would have been able to do. I want to cover one more thing. I'm going to get Vanessa real quick. I just saw her mute her mic. I got you, Vanessa. I'm going to cover one more thing, but I'm going to say something before that. Cover one more thing, then we're done, but I'm going to give Vanessa. Go ahead, Vanessa. You got the floor. You're
okay.
And hold on, Vanessa. I'm so sorry. Hold on, Vanessa, because you weren't here when where are her oils? You wasn't here when I gave you your props. You sure wasn't. We got them all. We was passing them all around and stuff. Vanessa mailed us her wonderful oils. We had them on. They're around. We moved the table to work out this morning, but so we love them. They smell so good, and I just want to give you your props in front of everybody. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
go.
Antonio. Thank you. I just wanted to ask one quick question. Is there anybody on this call that sells gift bags and tissue paper to go with it, to go along with the bags, and who knows how to put my logo on the bag?
All right, got some good group economics going on here. That's maybe two and a half things. If you sell gift bags or have access to them, and if you know how to put the little tissue in there, and if you know how to put the thing on the bag. Now, for sure, I know Reggie and Grace can, We just bought all that stuff. They just spent my money, but we're going to get somebody else. But before them, we give it to somebody else if possible.
Okay.
Can you, Grace, go get your computer? Write this down for me. What we're going to do is, Vanessa, we're going to send a message out to the network and get you as many answers as possible. She needs someone that can do gift. Oh, we got you. You know, we got you. We got you. She needs someone that can do gift bags.
Tissue
and then
paper.
put the, I'm gonna call it, tissue paper in there, the pretty stuff y'all do. And then she needs someone to put her logo on the bag.
Yes.
On the bag. Absolutely.
If they could be, Antonio, excuse me, if
Yes,
they
ma'am.
can be pink, sort of that spa-like feel. Pink.
Got you.
Pink. Yes.
Okay.
Nice pink.
She wants them to be opposite of what Antonio would do. That's what she wants. I'll make it so dull.
Oh no. Pink or white, something soft. Oh.
Yes. Y'all see her oils right here?
You gotta use them, Antonio.
Oh no,
the
no.
bottles
Need
to be more empty.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I've been sampling all of them. So this one's kind of almost empty. Well, emptying, I should say. But they're wonderful. So y'all go to her, get some oils. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
So I want to say one thing, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with Deanna. And the closing story I'm doing Deanna, and that is it. First, I think it was Ashley. Oh, it took me 10 hours not to be selfish. So what book did I wind up giving her? Jab, 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 Right Hook. Gary V. That's the book I want to recommending for her, for where she's at in this part of her life. Because how do you stand out in all this noise? And so I want y'all to receive how I picked her book. I picked her book to give her and her company and her brand the skill set she needed. I fulfilled her dreams first, trusting that will overflow to our dreams. What I did not do was fulfill our dreams and then say, all right, by the way, go ahead and do your company too. It's the exact opposite. Ashley creates or presents a terrible problem for me. She's so good that I wasn't ready for Ashley, and I'm still not gonna be. Because I got a little pride thing here happening because I ain't want nobody that close. I keep saying no more new friends. So like get out of there. You're too close. But she's gonna wind up being like Monica, to where she comes all the way out of nowhere and then somewhere here at the tippity top. And I know it. And and Jerome is clapping for you. Actually, all y'all can clap for her. All y'all can clap for her.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that means,
girl, get your flowers.
The doctor to read his emails that is backed up. So, child, go on with yourself now.
That's it. So, without a doubt, she is going to be one of those people. And we've already set a good spot for her Sunday, maybe. And on Deanna's creating something specifically for her. We talked about it though, actually, right? The whole gladiator thing, right? And et cetera. This is how good she is. When you get this, listen what Phil just read. Now, I didn't know that. She was just supposed to do some stuff. As far as I just wanted to just answer some inbox messages. I ain't want nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. But apparently, God was like, nope, you need all this. And I was like, okay. All right, then. Which leads me to the last thing. Back to Deanna, the to-do list, which I would now start for Grace. And should Monica want one, y'all grown. But just know what you're asking for is it's a gift and a curse. You're asking for what? Let me tell you, Deanna, I told you if I send you this, you need to be more like me. All right? I said, so you want me to make sure that you're completely you. But if I send you this, you're going to have to perform like me. I need y'all to hear that. And of course, Deanna, like Ashley, was like, bring it on, right? You know, so I get it. They're the same person. So that means I sent Deanna, this is just teach a lesson for y'all, 4 major tasks. That's it. That's all I do. Of course, other things will come up in the day, but she is responsible for 4 major tasks. And these major tasks are what I will call, as that's the only way I do it, defining moments. Should you do these 4 things today, you would have completely exploded your brand or personal. I only do 4 things a day. When you get to a certain level, you stop making all those doggone decisions. I don't make all these decisions. I make 4 huge decisions. One of the tasks I gave her was publish 2 books for your publishing company today. Can y'all see how big these tasks are? Mm-hmm. But everybody goes, Antonio, how did you write that book? You just wrote one. How do you do this? When do you find the time? Yeah, I find it every day with 4 decisions. Y'all ain't got no time because you're making 400 decisions an hour. I'm making 4 a day. This is now the best thing I have said so far. I make 4 decisions a day. That is it. 4. And they're magnanimous too. They're decisions that should, so basically I take a monthly goal or a bi-weekly goal, something that took 2 weeks, and I say I'm going to do it today. I shorten. Just imagine if you said for your year, I'm going to have this accomplished, and you start getting that done in a day. You take your yearly goal into a daily goal. Can you imagine how far you will be in 3 months? Literally, in 3 months, you would do someone else's year in achievements. Actually, my math is off because that's 4 major tasks. I was thinking 1. 4 major tasks, 3 months. In a month and a half, you would do someone else's yearly task. It's the truth. It's why I'm always way out there. That's why I'm always inventing stuff. I'm only doing 4 things. But the 4 things, Shanae, are big. Big. What's one of my things for the day? Well, I can't tell you. You can't find out today. But it's something. It's a skill set I don't have. I've been learning a skill set I do not have, and I'm not supposed to have it. And there's no reason a kid from the hood should even be doing the skill set that I'm learning. It's not just a high income skill set. I could go, at this point, I might as well just go, I don't know, work for Microsoft or Sony as a head developer or something. It's that big. It's that big. It's that big. So in conclusion, Deanna has her 4 tasks. Now, Grace and Monica, should you want to, Reggie, y'all grown. But guess what you got to do? Complete those 4 tasks. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. Law of attraction. If you don't do it, Renita, okay, Monica say give it to her. Y'all grown. Y'all crazy as hell. If you don't do it, the law of attraction is going to punch you in the nose. Here's what I know. And it's this way, and it will always be this way. The universe is only ever going to reveal to you what you need to ascend. And the moment you ask someone like me to help you, and this person has an awareness way up there, that's God speaking through them. That is the universe saying, here is your ascension, Miss Patrick. And the moment you resist that, you start getting headaches out of nowhere. The transmission light come on. Whatever you love will be attacked until you do what you was called to do. It's up to whatever you love. If you like Deanna, you love quality time with your son, some will start acting crazy until you say, okay, let me commit to my goal. All that talking back. This is why I ain't no mama. I done carried you for 9 months and you gonna talk back? Oh, you crazy as hell, right? This is why I'm not a mother, okay? That is why you be acting crazy, because you be acting crazy with the universe. I'm telling you how this works. Jerome got that. I'm telling y'all how this works. I'm ended. We're done. This is my closing thoughts for y'all. The moment, so Monica said yes. Okay. She crazy. She crazy, right? She said yes, and she's a grown woman. Grace, do you say yes? Yeah. All right. The moment you don't, look, Ashley's like, give them to me, all right? Got you. So what I'll do is I'll put you, so you double duty. I'll let you give 4 major tasks to Ashley as part of that thing that we made up. Okay, all 3 of us on the phone. I'll let you do that. As not the same way I didn't selfishly give her a book that benefit me, it's the same way I won't selfishly get in your area because it makes me look good. So you do that. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask for a to-do? I know I don't work in the company, but I need a to-do to get my company right. So can you give me a to-do?
I got you. I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do it. The first thing, in order to get to the 4 major tasks, you got to have a morning routine. Okay, so your morning needs to be solid. Why? Because you can't do the task when your morning keep coming at you at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Seriously, when y'all can't get stuff done because that crap that you didn't do at 7 in the morning and showed up at 1:45 p.m. Everything has a harvest. That's why you can't get it done. So you need to have a solid morning routine, and you need to stick to it. Once you got that done, you need to pick 4 life-changing, I call them defining moments, things. So maybe for you, that's publish my book, because I know yours is waiting on the cutting board, waiting to be published, right? You pick 4 major things. For Phil and Susan, that may be land a $1 million client. And then what they'll have to do is do the necessary public social media things to do so.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got you, Shanae. I read your message. I got you. You pick 4 of them. That's it. Now, this is what I told Deanna last night in private. Once you got that, you're responsible for those 4 things. So what happens is, Asia, I need you to wait. I'll call you back later. I'm in the middle of something. Click. I can't bless y'all enough for this. If you see me around the office, when it's time for me to lock in, I put my phone on the opposite side of my laptop. So I can't reach it. Where did I get that from? College. Because you can't write papers if you pick it up your phone every 3 minutes. And this thing will go off every 3 minutes if you let it. So I move my phone. That means any phone. Deanna been telling me, call. Deanna been telling me to call the lady who adopted me for a week. I was supposed to call her last night. But guess what? She ain't on my 4 major tasks. That may seem cold to you, but I'm working on something so big that there was no way I could call. She's going to get a call today. She could not get a call yesterday. I wasn't done yet. Why? Because I take care of her. So guess what was going to happen? She was going to weave her way into my Sunday task. Somebody saying, how you do your mama like that? Easy. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Why? Because I can't keep taking care of her broke. That was for somebody. So she has 4 major tasks, and all you're gonna have 4 major tasks. That's how you do it. But your morning routine got to be solid, because if you don't get your morning routine solid, your morning gonna pop up at 12 o'clock and noon, and then you're gonna be distracted. 4 major tasks. I wouldn't do nothing else. Nothing else. Jerry, 4 major tasks. You know what one of yours is. Call this person. Have a high quality conversation with this person. 4 major tasks. Don't do nothing else. That's it. There's your learning lesson. Deanna has hers. I will assist these ladies with theirs. And maybe we should make a whole journal or something and print it or something, some book, ATS dominant tasker thingy or something, so everybody can have it. We draw it out in a routine or something, and they can fill it out or something. I don't know. We'll make it up. Whenever the universe has us do that. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to say this now in repetition.
Workbook. It would be perfect. That way, when we're not in class, or even if we are in class, we have places where we can actually study and put it to work before we actually do it. So it'll be like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you, brother. I can tell you. No, I can tell you for sure what's gonna happen here in the very near future is every class that we put up is gonna come with a truncated text version of that class. Cliff notes.
You just got to believe.
Cliff notes.
Bring it out.
Go ahead, Phil, and you can also tell us about Monday tonight.
Well, tonight we're going to go over the commandments of being an entrepreneur. We finished, I think, at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then we have a book class on Tuesday at 6:30 for time crushing.
If you're prepared for it, it's not cold.
And that's good too. That's really good. So tonight, y'all, we're going to go over the Human Consultants Business Incubator. Human Consultants Show is going to go over what he just said about the CEO stuff. Plus, be ready Tuesday. Both of these are open to the public right now for the time crunching, which has been very enjoyable, very good pace, and masterful teaching. So we'll see you there in those classes. My final words to you.
Better yet, Antonio, master participation. It's the audience participating is what makes the class so good.
That's right. So therefore, that means y'all got to read, which I have. That's why the participation has been, typically when you read, you participate, right? That's why the participation has been so fantastic, because like Phil said, it's not the master teaching, it is the master participation. And shout out to all of you for reading. In conclusion, yes, they're clapping. In conclusion, in repetition here is 2 things that I want you to walk away with. Constructive criticism is garbage. You can't bend a tree. Show Abby the light, Abby will bend to the light. And then number 2, simple 4 tasks. Millionaires do not make 400 decisions a day. There's a real term called decision fatigue. It's real. It's absolutely real. It's why we'll wear the same clothes every day, which I do for years, and just stop as we are leveling up. Because when you buy 15 gray shirts, you know what I'm saying? 4 major tasks. Criticism is garbage. You did not get criticized for transformation. You got love. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful energy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
unmute your mic and say bye to everybody.
Love you.
Good day today, guys.
Bye. Love everybody.
Bye, everybody.
See you tonight. Love you.
You too.
Do you know how many files your employees have uploaded, downloaded, emailed, airdropped, slacked, or shared via Google Drive today? A lot of that data has left your organization, and you don't even know it. Visit code42.com to learn how Insider prevents data exfiltration.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's why we've become the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan, so you get it all. Unconventional thinking is better for business. Open Signal awards T-Mobile as America's fastest 5G network USA. 5G user experience report July 2021. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com. For JD Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.